Hey everyone, and welcome to the Kazakhstan Talk, our space for bold thoughts and real discussions on a theme of education and the world around us. Joining me today will be Makhidil and Alina. I'm Aylun, ready to shake things up.
Absolutely. There's a lot we need to discuss here.
Let's get into it. This topic is argued about by parents and students all the time.
So, the main question is, why do private schools in Kazakhstan have such a divisive reputation?
Because many private schools are often seen for the show in Kazakhstan, like VIP lounge for the kids. While in Europe, these private schools have very high standard education, we have more of a trend mainstream among wealthy families.
Yeah, right. There is like a joke that in Kazakh private schools, they don't teach kids, but they wipe their noses and you know what. And yeah, they're more about like comfort than academic skills. So, next question is, do private schools focus more on comfort than academic context?
Some do. There are schools with designer uniforms, special VIP lounge bars, and even ergonomic chairs, but weak on functional education. So it's image over impact.
But not all of them. Some private schools value innovative. For example, they have virtual reality, coding, and identity expression activities. So they all just set their own priorities. Who faces more academic pressure, public or private students?
Public, hands down. The system is tough, exams are harder, and you develop grit over preparing for those academic, really bad exams.
But that pressure builds character, right? No pain, no gain. Though, let's be honest, it sometimes causes anxiety, burnout, and even stress.
Are public school students more disciplined?
Yes, they don't have fancy tools and classrooms, but they push harder and they develop grit.
While in some private schools, students get used to be praised for little. As they say, too much sugar spoils the appetite. Freedom is great, but it needs structure.
So, who's more prepared for university, private or public?
Private students often have better English skills, presentation skills, they are more tech savvy, and they work more in teams and use digital platforms more.
But public school kids have stronger logic, structure, and discipline, especially in math and science. They may be not polished, but they're solid. So, what do you think? Which system promotes creativity and innovation more?
Private schools, 100%. You can know about robotics, team leading, even fashion with ethical fashion, some knowing about fabrics. It's like a playground for really new things that you can try.
But in public schools, you can still be very creative through the contests, clubs, and teachers. The only problem is the lack of resources. What about the teachers? Where is the better teaching quality?
Public school teachers are more experienced, dedicated, and stay for years. But unfortunately, they're exhausted and very underpaid.
Private school teachers are younger, and they more maybe developed in tech kind of way, but they also don't have this much of a depth, teaching pedagogical depth. Yeah, that's like a trade between the efficiency and depth of a teacher. Next question is private education worth money?
If it's a good school, then yes. You get international exposure, better facilities, and modern tools. But if it's all just marketing, you're just throwing all the money down.
Plus, parents often pay not for quality but for status, and it's dangerous. What kind of values do students learn in each system?
Private schools support body image, confidence that you have, and those are the soft skills that really matter nowadays.
Public schools, on the other hand, have teamwork, resilience, humility, because all the children sit on the same desk together. What would your ideal school look like?
I would say a public school with a private school funding. Let's say a strong curriculum, modern tools, and highly paid teachers.
Yeah, and for me, that's public schools, but with the discipline and deep working of the public ones. Yeah, like not coffee machines, but substance.
So basically trendy but sustainable.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about solutions. How can we improve this system?
I think we should fund schools properly, give bonuses to teachers, for example, and we should bring in the smart fabric level of innovation into schools.
And also hold private schools accountable. So they wouldn't just have beautiful logos and marketing, but they would also have a better education.
We have to let the system learn from each other's.
Yeah, it would be great. More choice, more competition, and risks that enhance competition in schools.
What if Kazakhstan suddenly had a lot more private schools?
I think that would be awful. Since the system is not structured enough, I think it would be better to have more public schools for this time. Maybe in future we would be able to handle the equal number of private and public schools.
Yeah, I agree with that because I think the government and also the society is not ready yet for a lot of private schools.
So what did we learn today? We learned that the education isn't about building or brand names. It's about mindset and mission.
Yeah, we actually need both public and private schools. The education is like an ecosystem that needs everything which makes it great.
And if Kazakhstan invests money into both type of schools, both educationally and wisely, then both students would thrive.
So let's finish our podcast.
Thanks for joining us on the Kazidu Talk. Keep on dreaming big, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.